Hi, today I'm gonna demonstrate how we can use SQLite database in our .NET project and also successfully deploy this project along with the database. To do this, first we see how our project structures looks like. This is our project structures and this is our database, SQLite database with which obviously have the extension of S3DB. And let's see how this database has been called in our code. Over here you can see that from the assemblies base path you get the database file. So, from here you can assume that this is very important, that you should keep this database on the folder on the assembly, not only during your applications running but also after the deployment. So let's go for the deployment page, and this is the deployment page for this project, and we're gonna deploy it with just clicking with publish. Now obviously you have to pre-populate this fields with appropriate paths where you're gonna deploy it, and from here you see that this file will deploy on the home accounts folder in my documents. And let's go over there and see how this deployments files has been generated over here. You can see this deployment files is coming up as the publish has been succeed. We see certain files, and over here in the application files you will get a folder with along with the version number of this software. The first thing we have to do over here, that you see here there is no database file has been attached with this deployment list. So first thing first, we have to copy this database over here in the applications files and copy it from our project's bin directory. Now we have our database over here, and the next thing is that we can delete this deployment manifest from here because we already have this manifest over here. This is the deployment manifest, so we don't gonna need that manifest file. And another important thing is that we have to rename this folder, this application folders, and remove this space, otherwise it gonna create some problem in future in the deployment. Now what we have to do is to call the maze tool. That is really a very useful tool to modify the deployment packages and also create the manifests and deployment manifests, etc. And over here I gonna open the project manifest file, and as you can see in the project manifest files, there is no database file at all. So what we'll have to do, we'll have to include this database file, and to do this we'll have to copy the location where we have just deployed our application, like as this is the path, and we just copy it over here and then click populate, and then you will see that it will bring up the database file over here, and the next task is to make the file type this database file is to as to icon file. And this is very important, that you will have to make it as icon file, and I'm gonna tell you what's the reason behind it in the future posts, but it is important you make it the file type should be the icon type. and then you're gonna save this application manifest, and whenever you're gonna save, will be prompted to sign this manifest. You sign it from your existing certificates, and then you can close the project manifest. And now you have to open the deployment manifests that has been laid over here. And you see over here what we have to modify our deployment manifest is that update this deployment manifest with the newly created application manifest that we just modified a while ago. And then you get the latest information of the application manifest, and see here there is no space between this application files, and this is important that there should not be any space between this path names over here. And then you save this application manifests, and obviously will be prompted to sign it, and sign it. And then the deployment folders and the deployment package is quite ready to install. And now you launch the installer over here, run it, and you're gonna see the normal installation procedure where it will install the application, and it will successfully run and launch the database files. From that database file we just mentioned about the SQLite DB, and you see these names are coming from the database. So it's been sure that the database file has been successfully successfully installed in your application directory. And to see this where this database file has been deployed, we just copied the application location over here. So from here we can go to that location where this application has been installed in our system. Is app 91x. So cool, let's go over there, and then org, and then home tition. This is kinds of weird looking file name, folder names. And you see over here that this is our database file also has been copied in this location, and also it has been successfully called and invoked, and the data has been driven over here. So thank you very much. If you have any question, post it on the comments.